Hello everyone, welcome back to Fallout Friday and welcome back to Sunshine Tidings. We have built a lot of things at the settlement so far. We've been working here for 2 weeks. I did find, when I booted up the game today, I did find a few of my missing settlers that I've been searching for, and yes, they were all working the supply lines. No freaking wonder I couldn't find them ever. So I did grab this one and got us another gardener. I wasn't able to catch all of them though, so there are still some missing settlers that we will have to catch before they go on their next supply line journey. But let's get started with our builds today. I've got my coffee, I've got my game, I've got you guys. We're ready to go. Okay, so last time we mostly worked on the clinic and the doctor's house as well as the general store manager's house. So I think we should just move on to this next building right here. I am going to see, let's see, we have the trading stand staffed and we have the weapon stand staffed. I think that I'm going to put the weapons and the armor people in the same house. We're going to make them be roommates. So they're going to live in here. Well, maybe not, because this doesn't have a front entrance. We can do something in here, though. We do have a ghoul that we're going to have to move out of here. We will remember that for later. So, next house. This is the one. Okay, so this is going to be a 2-person household, which means we're going to have to split this up in a way that offers 2 living spaces for these people, because we don't know if they're family, we don't know if they're in a relationship, we have no lore on these people except what we are creating for ourselves. So we're just going to say, super simple, they're roommates. Let's begin with, you know what we could do? I wonder if I can just like put up some little walls in here. Can I put up walls without a... Yeah, I could put... Ooh, okay. This could be kind of fun. This could be kind of fun to experiment with. So let's try some things out here. I don't mind the idea of just like simply putting walls up, like real life walls. No bookcases separating people in this house. It might be smart though to use a longer wall. I must admit that it would make more sense to just go ahead and use a full wall. So let's straighten that out and try to get it as much in the middle as I possibly can. That's not going to be easy. That's pretty in the middle, I think. So that can separate their living spaces a little bit, and then we can use the half walls maybe. Oh. How does that look? That doesn't connect the way I would like it to. I wonder if I can do a rug glitch with that. I've been learning about the little glitches. So let's see if we can figure one out. Yes, okay. Yeah. Okay. Nice. So this can be one little room, and then we do the same thing with this side. Maybe I'll do a different wall though, just to give it like a little bit of variety. Let's see. Still gonna stick with the wooden walls, but maybe I'll do this one this time. too close. Too close. Pull it back. There we go. How does that look? Looks pretty good to me. And we could even do like a little wall decoration. Ooh, I have an idea. Okay, this is fun. This is fun. I think that I'm gonna put either the couch and like living room area right in front of this wall, or I'm gonna put the like eating spot there. We'll kind of play around with it and see what feels best, but I'm thinking a couch would look really cute in front of this wall. So that's probably what we're gonna try first. Okay, so now we can kind of flesh out what their bedrooms are gonna look like. Obviously, we're gonna grab a rug. You know me. I kind of want to get the rocket rug. I think that that's gonna be cute in here. And then in this other one, I think I'm gonna do a smaller one. Maybe even this rug. Or no rug at all, to make it a little bit different. Let's try out no rug at all in here, or I could do a little table in the corner. I have some ideas. Let's stick this rug in the corner, and then we'll work off of that in a minute. But first I want to get some beds in here. I'm going to do a smaller one in here because I do think I'm going to put an extra chair in this room. I don't know where their head goes, if it's on this side or this side. It's hard to tell. So that's going to be one, and then this one I'll have a bigger bed in here. Okay, this one's pretty clear that the head goes like right here. Okay. There we go. Nice and private. Love it. Okay. And then I think I want to put like a little reading chair in this corner. So it's going to be one of the nicer chairs. Maybe this one, because it's nice and small, so it's not going to take up a whole lot of space. Yeah. Cute. I'm going to tweak it just a little bit more. Maybe I can actually push it a little bit further with this. Or maybe not. We'll leave it. And then I need a little side table. I thought side table or bookshelf. But I think the bookshelf is going to be too big. I don't really want a desk in here. Ooh, that's nice. I could do like a wall shelf. I wish some of these were a little bit smaller. Like, they're really, really wide. And it would be nice if they weren't so wide. But that's just not something that I have access to, so we're not gonna worry about that too much. Let's get a little side table going on in here. I want this way closer to the wall than it is. Okay, that's better. Sure, just like that. And then do I want a candle or a lamp here? The candles are cozy. I do love the candles, but the oil lamp. I think I'm feeling candles in this one. So let's do that. And, oh, we have enough space here that we could put something against this wall. Maybe this will be our shelving area. So let's look at containers and see what we can tinker with here. A hamper would be kind of cute. A locker would make a lot of sense because these are the armor and weapon people. So I think that the lockers, those check out for me. I would love it to be like right in line with these walls, but I don't know if I'm gonna really get that. This is pretty close, and I don't think I want it facing the bed. Do I? Let's try it and see. Maybe I'll like this better, actually. No, I think I like it the other way. We'll just turn it right around. Sure, that works. Yeah, that's a nice little living space. And we can add stuff to the walls in a minute, but I wanna move on to this next spot. So we have significantly less room in this space. So I'm not gonna worry about an extra chair, but I will give them a nice dresser that we can put up against the wall here. And it's a good clean one. So they have, with their messy bed, their disgusting mattress, they have a nice clean dresser, and it is already centered with the window. I just, felt that in my soul. So that makes me happy. They can put stuff in there, and that makes it feel a little bit nicer. What kind of miscellaneous furniture do we have? Always got to take a look. I wonder if I should put like an, like a weapon rack on the wall. Where do I find that? That is in, where is that? That might be in, display? Weapon racks. Yeah, okay. We are once again dealing with the pillars that are, or the beams that are not, they're just clipping kind of funny, but we can, I wonder about this one. This one might be, or the smaller one is maybe what I want. If I can get it right in the middle. Yeah, sure, that works. That works. I'm not mad about that. Okay. And I do want a little bit of personality in here too. I think I'm gonna add a plant in this corner, which I believe is in miscellaneous. Yeah. Usually I like to use these, but I kind of want to switch it up a little bit. I could just use one of the, like, branchy ones. I mean, it's not very exciting looking, but it could be kind of fun. I do worry about how it's gonna come through. I guess you can't see it with the locker right there, so that works out. That actually works out. It doesn't really add anything though, so I will go back to my regular plant. My regular plant that I like. We'll stick with our tried and true. I don't want it to come through the wall, but I think that that's kind of unavoidable. So maybe that's just gonna have to be fine. I could pull it a little bit closer to the bed though. That doesn't really help. It's okay though. What a nice day. Isn't this lovely? It's probably about to get a little stormy though. We can hook up some power and get some lights in there before we continue. Oh, another outhouse. I would like to put new outhouses up. That's something else that I want to do at some point. Okay, this is very slanted ground. Somebody was telling me that I could put the power pylons on the top of the house. But how do I get up to the top of the house? Can I jump? I can jump. Let's put... This, I might be going to too much trouble for this, but we're gonna see what we can figure out here. Can I jump up here? Yeah. Okay. And now we're just, you know, really trying stuff out here. Well, I was gonna put this on top of that, but I guess that doesn't work. Maybe this is close enough for me to put one on the top here. Will it let me put it on top? That's the question. I mean, I don't love the way that looks either. So maybe I will just stick with what I've been doing. It was worth a shot though. Worth a look. Okay, let's see what kind of lighting we can do in here. I feel like these people would be a little bit more industrial and not so artsy with their lighting. So maybe like these track lights would be cool. I don't know if I want to put it in their bedroom though. Maybe like... Okay, that doesn't light anything up really. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. We're gonna do something else. I don't really want the fluorescent lights in here either. That's not very conducive for a comfortable living space. The construction lights kind of fit with their vibes, I think. And we could put one of those, but it doesn't light up. Do I have to have something on the ceiling for it to light up? Because of where I put the... No, I don't. Maybe I should just use these. I do like these. And that gives a little bit of light into their room without it being too intrusive. And I can mirror that on this side as well. Yeah. Okay, I need this one a little bit higher. That looks good. Okay. Very nice. I might also put a light in the middle here, but we'll build the sitting arrangements first. Because I want to get a couch in here and see what we can do with that. I kind of want this long red one because I think it'll fill that out really nicely. And that's close enough, I think. And we can add, well, I'm gonna try to get it a little bit closer. That's better. And then maybe add a little coffee table. I don't want anything that's too bulky. Let's see. I think that first one is usually the move when it comes to small spaces. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, this one's nice too, and it's new, and we do have that new dresser. So maybe this can be the new piece of the living room also. But it's not centered with the door. and I would like it to be. So is that too new? Maybe I could put something crusty dusty on there and make it make it look a little bit better. I don't know. Do I like this here? I wonder if I should do an eating area instead. That might feel better. I think let's try that instead and see if we like that better. We can do... We don't need anything too big here. Maybe just the... Either... Do I want the circle or the square table? What are my lines looking like? I think I might want to try the circle. And it doesn't have to back all the way up into the wall, so we'll put it right there and then get some chairs. Probably just 2 is plenty. And these can be the new things, maybe. Do I want rolly chairs? That could be fun. Or these. This can add a little bit of personality to the space. These chairs. I want this one to be a little bit closer. Why won't it go closer? Can I rug glitch it to make it go closer? Let's get it out here because I don't want anything else to clip to it. Maybe it gets it slightly closer. That's not what I wanted to happen. Ah, shoot. We're so close. Come on. Maybe I'll just let it face out and that could be fine. Sure, that works. And then we're gonna put the Minutemen flag up here, I think. If it'll clip to the wall. I want it to go a little bit higher. But I might not be able to do that without it going all wonky on me. Oh, here we go. Yeah, almost. I need it to be a little bit more centered than that. Just scooch it over a little bit. Oh, it's kind of clipping into the... That's fine. Let's see what it looks like over here. Yeah, that's okay. And then I would like to have a light that is like casting light down onto the table. I can either do that or I could put candles on the table, but I think I would rather have an overhead light somehow. But I don't want these because they're a little bit too bright. Maybe this. Is that gonna go on this wall? It's not wanting to clip exactly how I want. I mean, that's almost exactly what I want, but it's not really... We're having trouble with this beam here. If I could just like move it literally right here, that would make me happy, but it's not gonna work. So let's try something else. This is not casting light down, and it also doesn't work for some reason. My coffee's gonna get cold. Oh yeah, that is some lukewarm coffee. We will leave that alone until I can heat that back up. Okay, that's nice. It doesn't give off a lot of light, but it just kind of, it illuminates the space just a little bit more. I think with that being such a subtle light, I do want to add the candles to the table. Yeah. In fact, we don't even need this. That's perfect, just the way it is. That is perfect. Do I want any wall art on their bedroom walls? Maybe not right now. I feel like this is pretty good so far. And then I think that I want to, do I want to add desks or is that too much? Instead of desks, I think I want to add more storage containers. And maybe we can do that in the form of like tool chests, some things that are a little bit more industrial. Filing cabinets might be good. I kind of like the idea of doing like a filing cabinet system since they are running a business, but I don't really like the way that they are structured. Maybe, maybe we're just gonna have some boxes lying around. I'm not really opposed to that. Because I think it just fills out the area without it feeling like too much is going on, you know? And then on this side, maybe I'll do one of these and something a little bit smaller to the right of it. Maybe I'll do a safe. A little floor safe. Or the foot locker. Can I put it on top? It doesn't, oh, I could if it was facing the way that I don't want it to face. Maybe I'll just do a foot locker and face it this way. It doesn't want to go right next to it. Do I like that? No. I actually don't at all. I think the floor safe is a better option, but I don't really like it there. I think we could do better. I think there are better things to put there. Maybe I should just do another little side table situation. I could even pull out like these little desk additions and just stick it right into the wall. And just give like an extra, almost like counter space. And then we can put something on there too. I wonder, what do I have in my inventory? Let's just check this out. Not that. Miscellaneous. I want to look at junk. Oh, I have nothing, pretty much. We might have to go on a little adventure and grab some junk. I could drop a little bobblehead for them to... Oh, a repair bobblehead. I think a repair bobblehead makes sense because these are the weapons and armor people. And I feel like they would be doing some repairs for people. So that could be kind of cute. I think that's what I'm going to do because I just want something... I want something that gives them a little bit of personality. Quest items cannot be removed from your inventory. Okay, Slay. Never mind. In that case, I can add a couple weapons. Let's give them... I feel like the harpoon gun would feel... I can't store that here. feel like the harpoon gun would feel like a collector's item almost. Because it's associated with the Far Harbor DLC. Can't store that here. Can I store anything here? Just curious. If it's not clear already, I've never actually used a weapons rack. Okay, there's one. Could we put that here? No. Can only one fit here, perhaps? It's certainly possible. Can't store that here. So maybe we're only gonna put maybe we're only gonna put one thing here, which would be fine. A little disappointing maybe. But at least there's something there. Okay. A little disappointing, but that's fine. That's okay. I really don't have much, huh? Might have to go on a little adventure and collect some things that they can keep around. Maybe I can give them a little food item. Oh, I can give them this. And we'll give them a Nuka cherry. Yeah. And then we will set those on the little counter right here. That works. It just puts something on the table. I just need some layers to be happening here. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do, and this is probably gonna be temporary, but it's for the sake of me remembering what's going on here. I need to put little signs up that say who is living where. And again, I do think that's mostly for me. And we can take that out later after I get them assigned to their rooms. Maybe I'll put it over their little storage things. Oh, okay, sure, that's fine. Can we maybe do it where the sign will actually be readable? Maybe? It would be really cool if we could do that. I might just have to put it right here. That's crazy. Oh. Okay. We're gonna have to put it right there, I guess. Can we put it on this wall, though? I just don't want it to be in the center like that. That's fine. That works. Okay. So that will tell me this is the weapon side. This is the armor side. Let's go assign whoever we have in here. I think we have the armor person. Here's the store. No, weapons. Okay. You have a new house. Congratulations. Oh, I left that out there. We're gonna have to get rid of that. Here is your new bed that I can't assign you to. Okay. There we go. Now he's gonna sleep here. Should we do some porch stuff? Y'all know I love some porch furniture. Also, I think that I can figure out the doors. I looked up a little video tutorial on how to glitch the doors in places where they're not supposed to go. So let's see if I can remember what I learned. I need a concrete wall, maybe? Me already forgetting everything about what I need. I need a concrete pillar. These are cool. Love that. I've never explored the realms of the concrete walls. There's the concrete pillar. I need a door. Oh wait, maybe I don't need the concrete wall. Maybe I just need me figuring this out live on stream. I need that to be able to even put the door down. The settlers here are like, what is she doing? Looking crazy over there. And then I need this for some reason. I don't even know. Okay, let's just add a door. Take this away, so then this is here. Is this how I want this to work? And get it to go into the ground a little bit? Girl, I have no idea what I'm doing. Can I just pick it up like this? Oops, cancel. Do I need the wire fence to do this? Okay, I might have to do this a little bit differently. What if I get really close to you? And now you're like this. Okay, I cannot make you go into the ground like that. But the campfire is part ground. I feel so insane doing this. Maybe if I put a little campfire over here for a second, it'll be like, oh yeah, that's the ground. Nope, can't do that. Maybe this is why I need the wire fence. Can I get rid of this? I don't think it'll go like this. I don't think I'll be able to fit it in here because the wire fence is too long. Maybe, can I do a different little fence part? We're learning so much today together. Is the post able to go on the porch? Not close enough. Okay, there we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Maybe. Okay, almost. Oh, not what I wanted. Did we do it? Yeah! We did it! We have a door! Now we can add doors to all the houses. I'm so excited. That is so convoluted and ridiculous, but I kind of love it. Yay! Oh. Low-key, there are tears in my eyes. That is so exciting. Well, in that case, we kind of have, figured it out here. Do I want to add, like, curtains of any sort? I feel like you don't really want to see out that window because the generator's out there. So maybe we can add something over this window to give it a little bit more privacy. Honestly, the buoys, kind of cool. But I don't think that's what I want. Everything's too close to me. Anxiety. Can you back up to the wall? It would be great if you could. Okay, that's almost there. kind of coming up on the dresser a little bit, but I'm not too messed up about that. That's fine. I think I'll keep part of their window open, but I will use this one if I can make it work. I kind of like that it can hang in the corners like that. What I really want is to turn it so that it covers just this side. Not this side, but the other side, the left side. But it's not wanting to do that. So I might just have to... I might not be able to do that. Okay. I really want you to go right here. But you're not wanting to do that, are you? Well, that one will go. But that's not what I want. I guess we're not going to worry about it. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that. But I could add for like colorful decoration. Oh, this is a big one. Whoa, that's big. Why can I not rotate these? That is very frustrating. I could do a little bit of this action just to kind of give them a little bit of color back here. Sure, I'm happy with that. And now we can do some porch things. Nothing crazy, because it needs to be able to, you know, work with the elements. I do want a little welcome mat though. So let's right off the bat get that going. Nice and simple. And then just a small table and some fold-out chairs. I feel like that's a good standard. Maybe I don't remember. I think I used this table for that other porch situation that I made. What if I did this one? I know it's technically a side table, but I kind of like the way it looks. Also, okay, this side is not quite as dilapidated, so I think we're going to put it over here, and we're going to put it closer to the railing on this one, so that they can sit, like, out away from their door a little bit. And then just some little fold-out chairs. And that table is going to be light enough that they can move it around if they want to, and it's not going to be like a big hassle to rearrange the porch if they so choose. Super simple, but it just adds a little bit of hominess. I'm so thrilled about the doors. You do not understand how excited I am about that. Will I be able to hook up some lights with the way that I set that up? Because I might do a little lighting situation just to light up the outside of their house a little bit. Oh, I could do something like this. Actually, that's kind of cool. I could do it on both sides even. They probably won't be exactly even because the house foundation itself is not even. But that's kind of cool. I bet it'll look really cool at night. We can check it out whenever it is nighttime. Okay, yay! That's great. That leaves, oh, we've got all of our houses, which means we are missing a clothing stand household. So that causes a bit of an issue. And you know what? Maybe we're going to build an entirely new structure. Because I don't really want to force anyone to take up residence in this house because you can't even walk out the front door. And that feels really inconvenient and obnoxious. So we're going to build them their own little place. And then this can be, I don't know, maybe we can make this the guard station. Because it does have like a rear facing like view. And that would be good for seeing what's going on the outskirts of town. I think that is good enough reason. So we can put the clothing person's house here. And they're going to get a brand new structure, which might make people a little bit jealous, but they're just going to have to understand, You do what you gotta do. And we're not gonna make it very big. They're probably gonna have the smallest little house. And I think that they're gonna be okay with that. They're gonna be kind of a minimalist. I think just, two little blocks is gonna be plenty for them. They're gonna do all of their eating in the dining hall area, all of their trading in the farmer's market, all of their living in the farmer's market. I'm going to put like a little hangout space in there, I think. So I think this will make sense. We're going to make it make sense. But we will try to make it nice for them, since they have a smaller living space. I'm always a fan of these walls because they are so clean looking. And I do like to put one wall with like a little bit of an opening to act as kind of like a window. That's usually what I do. Okay, before we put a roof on this place, I'm going to go ahead and figure out their bed situation. I'll give them a queen bed because, again, since they have such a small living space, I want them to still feel comfortable. So we're going to do that. And, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and add some lighting to this. So I wonder if I can put a generator in this like broken down building and still be able to hook it up over here. Maybe I could like wire it through. I feel like that's going to be too complicated. We're not going to do that. But I was thinking maybe I could like wire it through the windows, but that sounds like a hassle and I don't really want to do that. So I guess we can put their generator. Maybe I'll give them a smaller generator. They're not going to need that much light or that much power. And then I'll put their power connector switch on the roof as well, because I think that worked out last time. And maybe that's what the comment was meaning when they said put the power pylon on the roof. And maybe I totally misread the comment. All of these things are possible. I think I want to do... There we go. Something like that. Give them a little bit of style. And then... Okay, I'm gonna have to stack some things up so I can reach what's going on up here. So let's return to the containers. I feel like the filing cabinet's made for some good stepping stones here. Okay. Maybe. Maybe that'll be enough. We'll see. We will see. I can't really tell if that... Oh! See, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. I need some stairs. Oh, don't do that. No, no. No, no. Don't do that. I think I'm gonna give them... I really like a lot of the warehouse pieces. And the stairs are no exception. I do love the stairs. Lighting. I think they're gonna be a little bit more style over substance. Style over function? What is that saying? Whatever. They're gonna want it to look cool. They're gonna want it to look cool, and that's gonna be their main priority. So I kind of feel like they're gonna have a little bit of this going on. Some mood lighting. As well as, you know, regular lighting, but it's gonna be a little bit less prevalent, I think. So maybe most of their lighting is natural lighting, which in that case, how do I want to do this? I think I want to use these. It really doesn't light it up much at all, but they're going to get a lot of natural lighting from their roof. Oh, the stars are out. And I'm also going to, for the door, make the door be one of the, like, more cracked and broken down ones, so there's going to be natural lighting coming out of there too, I think. But let's do some decorations. Obviously, we need a rug. We need a rug, and it's going to go in this corner over here. I will have just a small seating area for them to do their reading at night when they don't want to be out. Ooh, do I want this one? This feels stylish. I like that. And then maybe I want to do a bookcase. And I would like to have a place for their clothes too. If they're gonna be like fancy clothes person. Oh, a hamper makes sense at the foot of their bed. And that adds a little bit of clean as well. Cleanliness. I'll probably add a candle somewhere. Can I? Maybe I want the candles instead of these. I think that I do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it for sure. Or an oil lamp, but I feel like that's better. I wish this was just like a little bit brighter, because it's so fun. But it just doesn't do everything I want it to. I feel like, what if we had some neon lights in here? But what would we want to spell out? I just think it'd be fun to have like a little bit of color on the wall. What could we put? I want to do something a little bit cheesy, like life is good, or like a live, laugh, love type of thing. What if I just put relax on the wall? Like it's their reminder to just like take a load off and sit down, have some me time. We could do several of these, I bet. This feels so goofy and like a little bit stupid, but for some reason, this just makes sense to me. And let me know what you think about it in the comments, because I know it's not gonna work for everybody, but I think it's kind of funny and kind of cute. And maybe they're doing it ironically because they know it's gonna be like a little bit cheesy. Let's do another one over here. Enjoy. And then we'll do one above their bed also. Just to give them like a little bit of, you know, life inspiration. I think this is fun. Say what you will, but I think this is fun. Dream. That's what the other one's gonna be, because it's above their bed. This is perfect. This is great. Let's do purple. Oh, I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I needed that large that large generator. We'll figure it out. It'll be a nice reveal for our last neon. Oh, that one works. Maybe we just need the power connector. We just need the power connector to be closer on this side. Okay, so let's get, not the conduits. Well, these are conduits. There we go. I saw it light up. That is so silly. Hold on. I just need to... I kind of love it. That is too funny. I'm obsessed with it. Kate, what do you think? You're not vibing? That's fine. And they need a door, obviously. I wonder if we'll be able to put a door there with the stairs already in place. What kind of door do I want? Maybe I just want like a... This is kind of originally what I was thinking about doing, but I think I want something from the warehouse, if I can manage that. Okay, I am gonna have to take off the stairs for a minute. And I want it to open towards the inside, so let's see if it'll do that. No, it opens towards the outside. I don't like that. Keep hearing Kate run up on me. Do any of the warehouse doors open the other way? Can I turn it in order for it to... Okay, maybe the warehouse doors are not gonna work. What about barn doors? These are all too big. So maybe we're stuck with our regular doors, but we can just do this one. And if this one opens out... Oh, that opens in. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want. I was gonna say, if that one opens out, then I guess we're stuck with that, because I really, frankly, don't want to mess with it that much. But here's our clothing store owner's house. Very simple, nothing crazy. Just a little bit of, like, fun vibes. Did we assign someone to the clothing? No. Oh, the other person we assigned was the extra gardener. That's right. Oh boy, where does the extra gardener live? Oh, they're all coming out of the dining hall. Okay, you are assigned somewhere. Oh, that's so fun. I think I need it to be daytime for a minute. I need to be able to see what's going on here. Let's take a little nap and see where everybody's going. We'll wake up at 4 a.m. because I think that's when the sun starts to rise a little bit.
Is making me tired.
Yeah. So let's see. Who are you? Did we not give you a house? Uh-oh. We need to build another structure. I did not realize. Okay, I guess we're building a little house over here. Also, oh, the provisioners, you stay here. I'm gonna make them be the clothing person, I think. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Also, we got a new person. We now have 12 people. I'm not really sure how that happened, but hey, the more the merrier. Okay, so we need another gardener's house and another structure for the food person. I'm also going to assign you to your bed. You have your own home now. Just a little bit of walking. There we go. Okay, so how long have I been filming? Oh, we've been going for too long. We may have to work on the bartender's house and the other gardener's house next time. Let's do a little recap of what we've done so far. So, beginning in our little bar area, which is one of my favorite things. It's giving early 2000s Panera. We've got a Brahmin in here, which is not great, but hopefully it will find its way out that door eventually. Next door, we do have the clinic. A very nice little clinic with a little waiting area, some magazines, a vault bed for patients to rest as they recover, and a nice chemistry station for our doctors to work at. Next door to the clinic, we have the doctor's house. And there they are sleeping. Don't let us intrude. They have their desk, which overlooks the clinic, so they can see what's going on over there. A little cooking station for their late nights. They can make a little late night snack when the bar is closed after a shift. Why are the Brahmins always showing up where they do not need to go? This is the general store owner's home. Very bright in here, but eventually I want to fill out these shelves with different general store selling items. We'll get to that towards the end of this settlement build whenever we start to do like detail work. This dilapidated building, I think, is going to end up being some sort of like guard barracks. I haven't totally thought through that idea, but I don't really want it to be just a living space because it doesn't have a front entrance. This is our clothing store owner's home. We've got some vibey lights, a little sitting area. Very cute, very fun. This is the home of the armor and weapons salespeople. I'm very happy about that door. And then we've got the gardener's house. Okay, Kate, calm down. Really like what we've done here. I think it's so cozy and so nice. Plenty of space for entertaining if they decide to do that. It's great. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then here are all of their crops. I need to add more, so that's something else that we're going to have to do pretty soon. This is also an area that I'm not really sure what I want to do with, because I originally thought that would be kind of the guard station, but I think I like the idea of the dilapidated building being that instead. So what could this be? It could be a very small living space. It could be like a studio apartment situation almost, but it's very small. So I don't know if I want to do that or not, and we're just gonna have to decide. And then of course we have all of our "I'm so sorry that you don't have a house" bedding. This is where all of the unhoused settlers are sleeping while they wait for me to build them a house. So that's what we've got going on so far. And then this is our farmers market, which we are slowly but surely filling out and finally staffing these things now that we found our lost villagers on their supply line journeys. I would like to put some type of seating area here where people can hang out and, you know, commune with each other. But that will all come later, probably next week. So, with that being said, thank you so much for being here this week. Thanks for joining us on Fallout Friday. If you would like to, you can catch me live because I do stream games live on Twitch. There's a link in the description where you can follow me on Twitch. It'll give you notifications about when I go live over there. Or you can continue to watch my videos on YouTube by subscribing to this channel. Either way, no matter what you decide, I love you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.